you a lot of entities take so long to process the front end of an order. Well, that's where we really excelled. I mean, we processed it immediately and then pushed it through the system immediately. And a lot of hot jobs, we would personally walk them through and make sure that, this was done right, this was done right, this was done right. And so extremely hands-on. And it was never like, oh, it's his responsibility. It was like, hey, brother, how can I help you get this done? And this is how I'm kind of seeing it. How are you seeing it? Okay, let's do that, and then let's get it to the next step. And it was difficult, but it was also very rewarding because you're delivering high quality product in a very short time frame. And one of my father's favorite sayings was, the front office runs the factory here. The factory doesn't run the front office. And most factories, back in the 80s and the 90s and even the 2000s, the factories would tell the office what they're going to do. Oh, please, will you run my A7 tomorrow? No, we're running that next week. Get back in your office. and so we always made sure that, if the customer needed something, we were excited to make it happen. I mean, hot jobs are, jobs that require a lot of TLC or a lot of attention to detail or someone's very meticulous about something. I mean, we derive joy and happiness from making sure that the client gets exactly what they want. And, and we've always said that our number one client is whosever envelope it is. Who's right? And they want to make sure that their logo and their message is clear and precise and it looks really good. And then the next person that we find the most critical is the person that's actually inserting the envelope. Because if it's really square and really straight and opens up right and there's no extra slop in it or window film hanging or high quality products where it's going to perform at the top end of their inserting, that person running the inserting machine is who our number 2 client is. And so the number 3 client is actually the client that bought it. so people are buying it. Well, I'm the most important. No, really, I want to make sure that who it's for, is the number 1 client, and then who's going to actually insert it, make sure that their machine's going to run high speed and efficient, not have jam ups. That's what's priority to me, is that they get a great product that's going to perform at the very best. And so when they see your carton that has your information on the side, they go, oh, I'm so glad I'm running their envelopes today, versus the competitor where they're they got a wrinkle on them, or they're bowed, or they're not really to size, the window's in the wrong spot a little bit. I mean, we've always been very meticulous. And it's through processes and procedures and allowing the individuals to really be very good and highly skilled at their jobs. And so the person that's printing the job, or the person that's cutting the job, or the person that's folding the job, those are all highly empowered and gratefully appreciated individuals. And as an organization, we have almost literally zero turnover. And we employ currently about 80 some odd employees. That's a lot of people. And the long-term people, if they last the first month, then they stay a long time. And, we have people that have been there 30 years and 25 and 28 years and on and on and on. I mean, we don't have turnover because the employees know that they're truly appreciated and truly grateful and love them and help them. And we do things for our employees and we bend over backwards to make sure that, our people are greatly acknowledged, that their skills are needed and are wanted and appreciated. I mean, I literally might have one person a year leave us.
Wow.
And one guy just came to me one day, and great guy, love the guy, and he was Paul. He said, I'm really sorry. He said, I just don't want to do this anymore. He said, I just want to go do something different. And I said, well, is there anything inside the organization you'd like to stay and do? And he's like, no. He said, I really want to. I just don't want to be inside a factory anymore. He said, I really want to be doing stuff outdoors. And I said, okay, no problem. How can I help you exit? You want to stay a month? You want to stay, how long do you want to stay? Can I, transition you slowly? You can work fewer hours so you make sure you maintain insurance. What can I do to help you make that transition? And so we've always, and my father taught me, he said, you always put your people first. You know, he said, in the Army, he said, if you're the leader of the group, he said, you're last to eat. You're last to do everything. And he said, that's how you should see it. He said, you're last, but everybody else in front of you. I said, okay, great.